happened to your hair?
I didn't get good.
Okay, maybe we might. We have a very rare game. Kurt, can you find the glass for this? Please, can you find... Where's the glass? Look at this, our busy shop. But we have time to show you a very rare pinball. There happens not to be a single video of National Lampoon's Vacation. Oh, it's not National Lampoon. It's not Chevy Chase. No, I don't think they could afford the rights to it. It is Vacation America. That's the official title. It was designed in 2002. John Trudeau started and Steve Kordek finished this machine. Beautiful piece of equipment for the home. Yes, this was marketed strictly for the home. There is a plain metal door. There's no option for coin. To make this inexpensive, the full retail price was $29.99 back in 2003. It came out for Christmas 2003 and 2004. It was sold those 2 years. The display consists of 2 lines of alphanumerical displays here. It's 1 player, but it is multi-ball. And it has some very unique features never offered before. First of all,
Careful, the glass doesn't fall out.
the cabinet is very, very nice. It's a standard size pinball machine playfield and cabinet, but a nice slender head that can fit through any doorway, just like me. Can I, Frank? This also has something interesting, very interesting to show you. This was the first game to have clips for the lockdown bar. Okay, the first game. And then Stern just started using the clips. But Chicago Gaming came up with the idea of the clips to save all the money from the expensive latching system. Because of the retail was $3,000, that meant you could be very flexible in your pricing. So a store carrying it. We sold 3 of these brand new. We also had 1 more that when we bought an arcade out that went out of business, he had one of these in his back room that fell off his truck. Cabinet was shattered, completely shattered. So we ended up buying the game as a parts game because the playfield was fine, all the parts, the logic board, glass was smashed, but we got basically a lot of wonderful parts out of the machine to store and use for later things. As a matter of fact, I'll show you some. These are parts that came from the other playfield that we've been using to keep our now 10-year-old machines running. Actually, let me show you this playfield that we actually hang on the wall for decoration. Here it is adorning our wall in our showroom. See, we've lit that with LEDs. So, it's found a new life. Our Vacation America, our junk one, now we have spare parts and boards. I want to show you elements of this game that you've never seen before. Look, real glass. Real glass, not plexi. Beautifully painted glass. Isn't that nice? They did a nice job. And then this here is red, smoked here. And there are 2 circuit boards in this system. This is the panel. It has your LEDs and your display circuitry. These are 2 color LEDs. They have both red and green in them. And as you go from city to city, you're traveling across country, sort of like Williams Roadshow. You go all across the country to get to the other end. This is the logic board, the only other board in the machine other than the power supply you'll see in a minute. Our processors up here and our EEPROM programming. There were no updates. There was never any changes or modifications. And just like other games, a fluorescent light lights the top. Now the head does swing down with a coffin latch. So this had the coffin latch system, just like Stern. Now let's look inside. There we go. Look. Oh, everybody loves. I love doing that. That drives everybody nuts. You got the balls in the machine. Yeah. But I do that just to dry. I want to see how many people start to flip out. Now, look what they've done, and I thought this was a good idea. They've put the whole machine on 3 boards. Major components are screwed directly to the board, but for instance, if you wanted to take this mechanism out to work on it, you unplug one plug and you remove 3 screws, and the whole mechanism comes out of the machine so you can work on it. Ribbon cables interconnect it, and then of course the lighting is here. We've gone over to LED. Now, the computer controlled lights are 6 volt, but the general illumination is 12 volts. So you actually had 194s lighting the playfield. Now, it all ran through this system. The original resistor was here. It never worked right. We had to put a diode into the circuit and solve the problem of that. And this uses a standard 5 volt, 12 volt power supply right here. Okay, so for our game and our video, or not the video, the sound. Okay, so very simple down here. A single pole on-off switch rather than a double throw, a regular single pole. And do you know what that is? That's the tilt. That is the tilt mechanism. Yes, you can tilt the machine. Very simple. They brought this down to make a machine that would be inexpensive to make and to repair. Look, as you can see, there's only standard normal coils. They put these, very good idea, put a wire tie around the wires. I don't think any of them ever broke off, have they, Frank? The only thing we've had break on these are, in fact, the targets, because these super powerful flippers bang into these targets so hard that it causes problems. We have upgraded the flippers. We have the Williams flipper mechanisms in here. And then here is one of the, as I showed you earlier, I think, that's one of the mechanisms. We kind of showed you the whole kicker from the junk playfield. We've actually needed it to get an optic out of it. I'm going to show you this optic system. Look, that's it. There's a transmitter and a receiver all on one. Good idea? No. I'm going to show you why. But they thought by putting one optic together, they'd solve all the problems. But I'm going to show you the problem with that in a minute. Okay, now, they did use standard transmitter and receivers on the trough system, which looks a lot like a Stern or a Williams. But we haven't had any of them wear out. As I said, we've been harvesting the other machine for the optics now, because we're keeping 3 of these machines up and running. This we sold new to somebody, and they traded it in, and we re-zapped the whole machine. We went through everything to make it appear as new, close to new as possible. Now, this has a latch system to hold the playfield down. So you reach in and latch it down, and that keeps it in place from falling while the game is playing. And see, it's going to say needs 3 balls. It will, won't it, Frank? Mm-hmm. Where did they go? Here they are. Everybody loves it when I do that. Now, once we get our balls in place, that message goes bye-bye. Now, notice the game is in game mode, but everything on the playfield is active. It's not scoring, but look. So the game is actually active. Also, the optics. But guess what? That wouldn't be very good at the local bar, because you just shine it through. See? That's the problem. But in the house, it wouldn't make any difference, would it? So, once again, not using a commercially vended location. It's just fine. Look at this. Good basic play ability. Easy to get lock balls. There are exactly 3 flash lamps on it. And there's a space for a 4th one, but there was no programming for it. Actually, I don't remember where it was, Frank. But we did find a socket and everything for a fourth flash lamp, but it's not programmed. We have updated this, but here's the neat thing. These were originally 194s because it's 12 volts. Frank, go down cockeyed on the side. Yeah, there, very good. You see that? That's a flash lamp. That is a 12 volt flash lamp, normally flashing in the back of a Williams game, but now it's GI in vacation. Doesn't this look nice? Here, let me turn this off. Look a little bit. Isn't that beautiful? It just came up so nice, so bright. Oh, the game doesn't like me. You know, I think a lot of you know the starter can spike your computer. So when you fiddle with the fluorescent light on, especially Gottlieb's susceptible to spiking the computer. Well, anyway, let's get the glass back in. Now that you've seen the inside, you can see it's version 1.16. Now, once the glass is in, this was designed sort of like the Stern games, where you would never take the glass out again. It's not a lock that holds it in, it's a strip of wood that goes right here and is screwed in so the glass doesn't come out. So we have to make sure we don't move this, or that glass will come tumbling out like you mentioned earlier, Frank. Our bow tie is bare, very bare bones. These scorecards were actually the invention of Action Pinball and Amusements. He was one of the dealers that was selling these. Really nice guy, really great company. And he made these cards up on his own. Now remember, we're looking at 2003, and nobody was really doing this yet. Nobody was making cards up. The pinball market has really grown, where collectors are making custom color cards and everything. Nobody had time for this. He actually sat down and documented the rules of playing Vacation. So these are not on the games from Chicago Gaming. It was just a bare bones black bow tie. But look, yes, I put mine on there. I can do that, you know. I can do that. Anyway, I guess we're ready to start a game.
We just secure that glass first.
You think we should?
The game around.
Where is the...
I don't feel like listening to you cry about it being broken.
Yeah, if that glass broke, what would we do?
What would you do?
We'd be really in big trouble. Is somebody coming? Hopefully they haven't never had so much business. Can somebody help these poor people? They probably want a game by Christmas. Frank, I've lost my train of thought. Oh,
you secure the glass.
Where is that odd-looking boy?
He's in the mirror.
The boy with the eyes. Chris? Little Chris? He took the wood off, I think. Where is that boy? All right. I think he's gone. I think he left. I think he hates me. Well, I'm going to play the hell with that. Who needs to put that in there? Let's load it. Game is... Ah, he did have it.
Of course, I don't know where the screws are, but
That's good.
Get you screwed.
cosmetic appearance is there.
Cosmetic appearance is there. I really just didn't like to pull it out. I don't know where to put it. That boy. Alright, now you can see I've racked up quite a score. See that even play? There's our flash lamp. There's one of them, as you saw. Now we have our ball capture here. Instantly kicks out your ball. Our double ball lock is up here. Oh, I didn't go hard. Let's put it up there. Instant. I mean, there's not even a delay. That ball pops up instantly. We do have lane change. So John Trudeau and Steve Kordeck did quite a bit. Do you see how powerful the flippers are? Oh my God, super. Our extra ball shot here. Now basically, your objective is to see how many locations you can visit on your vacation across America. And as you can see, I am up to here. You know what? That glass probably has to go in a little further back, right? Get that to light up better. There we go. Oh, it doesn't like that. I just look. I just tilted it.
Here, can we wrap this up?
Maybe somebody else should drive.
Maybe somebody else should drive. You know what? I want to show you something. I guess we should do this. If you hold in the button, when you first turn it on, it goes into the menu. Okay, and that's where you can make changes. There's no push buttons on the inside. Hardest to tilt. Now we're going to make it a little easier. We need one ball. There we go. And now the game is ready. Now let's start a new, fresh game, Frank. As you see, we're at the bottom. We should have done this in the first place. Okay, let's get our map first.
Now your score is worth 2 times more.
How about that, Frank? The game spots drive quite a bit already. So when you start the game, oh gosh, Frank.
What?
Sound programming is actually quite good.
Times more.
Actually, from what I read, quite a few designers were involved in the programming of this machine. They were hired to do this special machine.
2 times more.
Yep, we want to make our truck stop loop. Did it. Okay.
Kennedy, cool.
Good. We'll go around our drive shot. Now we have our truck stop loop again. As you see, we left the Everglades. Once again, there's 2 sensors, so it can sense which direction it's going in. Now, as you add a letter to vacation, all these lit lights will add a letter. There we go.
Washington, D.C.
Washington.
All right.
See, we're up to Washington. A simple, easy to understand set of rules. Okay, every time you complete the drive lane, you light the center super light. So I'll do one more and I'll light the center. Now my super loop. Super loop, shoot the lit entrance and complete to advance to next location. There we go.
Philadelphia.
Okay.
That's where we live. See, this isn't so bad. Why does this machine, Frank, have a 2.9 rating on a 1 to 10?
Little tap on the brakes there.
Why? Why? I don't understand. Well, the game's over. It won't let you play it.
What?
You know, before we continue, I have to tell you about the vacation I had.
Stay at home at night, by the corner, lying by the phone.
Well, up and at 'em. We're here.
I couldn't resist. I couldn't resist. And you got to see my lovely wife. Listen, now I'm going to give you a little bit of information that no one knows. No one knows. No one knows about this game. And here's the funny thing. I apparently was the first person to ask. Today I called Chicago Gaming and spoke to Sandy Duba. She's the mother of Doug Duba, who owns Chicago Gaming. Wonderful people. Wonderful, wonderful people. And I said to her, I said, how many of these were made? And you know what she said? I don't know. But right there, then and there, she checked the serial numbers. And in fact, there were 530 vacations manufactured. She doesn't know how many were test pieces or that never got sold or got used for parts or broken up. But there was there were serial numbers for 530 of these. There you go. I can account for 4. One that was demolished, that's gone, we have the parts for, and 3 that we have sold and resold. Actually, the first 2 we sold were brand new, and we haven't gotten them back. We actually Kurt just did a repair. One of the optics had a cold solder. Oh, see, look at that. I'm not even playing it. One of the optics actually had a cold solder connection. That's all it was. We got it going again real quick. And he still loves his vacation. He really does. It doesn't take up a lot of room width-wise, and it's fun. Let's see, Frank, do you think... You know, the only thing I would have done, I would have lit these. They don't have bulbs in them. We should have drilled them out. I wonder if we still have time. But you know what the problem is? Oh, we can't. We can't. You know why, Frank? Because underneath here, Frank, it's that green board. All the lights are on
Don't
the
say
green
can't.
board.
We can get a light bulb in there.
We could wedge one in there, because we could. You know what? We'll do it on the next vacation. The next vacation that comes in, we'll do it. Anyway, on-off switch in the same spot as the others. Same shooter rod that the other games use. Black T-molding. You know what? Short round.
No.
No. Did you? Just like that. No. What color should we make this? Black?
Why don't you secure that glass before it falls out and
Yeah,
you're screaming like a girl?
Chris, could you put the 4 screws in that, please? We looked for them. We looked hard for them. We looked
Check the box.
Now look at this beautiful Miss Pac-Man. We just did a black, all black. The customer wanted. The cabinet, the artwork was too far gone, so we painted it all black. We're getting this ready. We're doing the final tester. We have a NBA Jam here that we're finishing up. We have a Pac-Man. Is this the same one? You've been working on this for weeks. The centipede overlay. We have to rebuild the trackball. Trackball is in dire, desperate need of rebuilding. Ashturds is supposed to go out on Sunday. Sunday? And we have a big order. A guy from Canada is picking up 6 games. So we're going to try to do a video with all 6 games at the same time. Look, Your Ass Is Mine Park with some neat new stuff. That's coming, and Stellar War. I'm exhausted, Frank. I'm exhausted. Well, I think we've done it. I hope you enjoyed our video on the vacation. Now you know. You clearly see it's not so bad. Right, Kurt?
Is that the longest video ever?
They want long videos. They're screaming at me. They say your videos are too short. They don't have enough detail. More and more. Bang, bang. More. Who does that, too? Somebody's doing that. Anyway, keep watching because we do have more coming. What are you here? I still don't know.